views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
This is your moment. Gather together each week to follow leadership by example, love, and inspiration. Welcome to Miracles of Holistic Health and Wellness with one of the most prominent naturopathic doctors in this country, as well as a leading detoxification and environmental illness specialist. Now, here's your host, Dr. Roni.
Hello. Welcome. This is Dr. Roni, your host, and you are listening to Miracles of Holistic Health and Wellness. And there are truly a lot of miracles. And I'm with my co-host, Dr. Makeba Maureen, who's also a naturopathic doctor, a specialist in emotional detoxification and nutrition for your health. And we have been doing a lot of great work together. Lately, we've been doing, a lot of nutritional and food consultations with people. We've been teaching people how to eat better for their chronic illness. As you well know, I've been specializing over many, many years, 21 chronic illness. I do a lot of detoxification work, but some of the chronic illnesses that we've been dealing with here at the retreat, and Dr. Makeba Maureen has been with me lately for at least a few weeks, and we really have been busy. And we're even talking about going to Saudi Arabia together. So we are truly here to nourish the world, to get people excited about this new concept in food. And the new concept that we talked about last week was 43 essential nutrients in your food. And this is new. This is new not only because we are now aware that our food is devoid of nutrition, but we now have a company that infused 43. It's amazing to me that I should keep saying 43 because Dr. Makeba, it's been a long time. It's been a lot of years, and I can't even believe it even when I say it, and that's probably why I fumble over it. 43 essential nutrients in our food, and all I have to do is have a bowl of oatmeal in the morning and maybe some soup at night, or maybe a protein drink, or maybe some curry sauce, or maybe some Alfredo sauce, and now we have rice and beans. I mean, this is truly amazing that I can eat just 2 foods of this particular food a day and get 100% of my RDA, or recommended daily allowance, and then I'm done. So I'm happy because later on I can have maybe not so good food. Maybe I can just dwell in a little bit of dessert or something, but I'm satisfied because I got 43 essential nutrients in my body today. And maybe that's why I feel so good and why I'm so happy all the time now, because I really feel good eating this food. Now, everyone knows that some of the chronic illnesses that I deal with is immune disorders, cancer, colon issues, fibromyalgia, hepatitis, arthritis, liver issues, thyroid issues, 21 chronic illness, and I've seen the worst of the worst. So for me to say here that the number one thing to get the body back in homeostasis, to get the body back in balance, is truly starts with what you eat each and every day. And last week we had so much fun talking about 43 essential nutrients, and we even gave a few tips. We also talked about what are some of the signs and symptoms of being malnourished and how did it get so bad. Dr. Makeba, how did it get so bad?
Dr. Roni, that is a great question that I think the whole world is asking, particularly us in the U.S. It's like, how did we get to this state? How did we get to this state where our foods are totally devoid of nutrients, and as a result, we are seeing chronic disease as an epidemic? And the thing about it is it's all nutrient related, or most of it's nutrient related. So I think it's 1,001 reasons why it got so bad. poor farming techniques, but I think the main point is for us to realize that it is this bad. And the reason that we have to realize it is because we're not getting the essential nutrients, which is why the majority of us here in America and even across the world are massively starved for nutrients, which means we're malnourished. So I'm really excited about the fact now we have the option to choose foods that have these nutrients in them. And you know what, Dr. Roni, the wonderful thing is because it's in a food, our body can utilize all of it, and it can utilize it, put it where it needs. And then all of a sudden, you know, I was dealing with that oatmeal. I ate some of the oatmeal and I was experiencing, sometimes I get up in the morning and have a slight headache. And I know that's a sign of excess toxins in the body. I'm a naturopath. After just eating the oatmeal for a couple of days, the headache that I had been experiencing for the 2 weeks was gone away. And as a naturopath, we know that if you're feeling any sign or symptom, that more than likely it's your body telling you that you're absent of a nutrient and that you're toxic. So I'm really excited about the fact now that we can share with our listeners and we can share with our world ways that we can get the essential nutrients. And I know you explained last week, essential means that it is vital for proper organ functioning in life. It is essential to have these nutrients in order for us to be healthy. That's just the plain out way to put it. So I'm really excited about this, and I know it's probably going to be a whole nother radio program to talk about how we got to this point. But the fact of the matter is we are at this point, and there's almost, I would say, no soil in America that is, when we see a piece of a pepper, or when we see a carrot, or when we see a potato, or we see an apple, although it looks like a carrot and potato of apple, it is massively devoid of the essential nutrients it once had in it. So it is extremely necessary that we get these nutrients from other sources. So I'm really excited about the fact that now we have that and we can offer that to people.
You know, and I'm happy about that too. And you know, some people out there may be saying, well, how do I know that I have nutritional deficiencies? And there's just so many signs and symptoms of nutritional deficiencies. And we went over that last week. But I just want to let you know that today, doctors are really recognizing and realizing that some of those vague symptoms that we have all the time are nutritional deficiencies, because they're running out of over-the-counter drugs to give us. I mean, how many headache pills are you going to get, and how many stomach pills are you going to get, and how many acid reflux pills are you going to take before you realize that you're just malnourished? I mean, the treatment for a nutritional deficiency depends on the type and the severity of the deficiency. For an example, your doctor may assess the severity of the deficiency and the likelihood of a long-term problem that's caused by the lack of nutrients, or he or she may want to test you further for some of these deficiencies by a blood test, or, you know, what I used to do many years ago, and I still do it periodically, I do hair analysis testing. And we can tell if someone's deficient in a lot of different nutrients. I mean, we are in an epidemic now where just about everyone has a deficiency of vitamin D. But the one deficiency that we do have that I recognize that's at a chronic level and that's almost at an epidemic level is B vitamins. We are lacking in B vitamins, and for me, I recognize it right away. Some of the symptoms B vitamins have a lot to do with your neurological system, has a lot to do with how we think and whether we can remember something and how we focus, and all of these things that have to do with our brain. So if you're deficient in B vitamins, you may find that you lose your keys all the time. You lose your eyeglasses all the time. You can't remember what you said 2 minutes before in a conversation, with short-term memory loss, or you have brain fog, or you don't have a clear understanding of someone else's conversation that may be a little bit too heavy for you. I mean, these are all signs that you may have vitamin B deficiency. I have one client that comes every single week. She knows that she has a B vitamin deficiency. She says when she starts her conversation with someone else, she knows that she's lacking because she can't complete the sentence. She just stutters for the next word. I mean, and then when we got her tested, we realized that she had many deficiencies, not just B, but D. She had a thyroid issue. She had many deficiencies. But the point that I'm trying to make is that a doctor may advise you on how to change your eating habits in the case of a minor deficiency, but I'm here to tell you that those eating habits that doctors do tell you to do are not going to help you, because you just really can't eat 5 steaks in a day to get that iron in you. You really can't eat a whole table full of vegetables to get some of those nutrients in you. So what I'm here to tell you is that our food no longer have the nutrients that it used to have. But now we have a company that infuses 43 essential nutrients in the food. Essential means your body can't live without it. So I think that is so profound, and I'm so excited about it, and I'm never going to stop talking about it, because as far as I'm concerned, I've been looking for something like this for the last 25 years. Dr. McCabe, there were times where I would have a client at my desk, and when we were finished with the consultation, I guarantee you they were going out of my office with a bowl full of pills. I was giving them a pill for everything. Vitamin A, I remember giving them 3 vitamin Bs. They were getting the oil-soluble vitamins. They were getting calcium. They were getting magnesium. I mean, literally, there was like my nutritional prescription was a bowl full of pills. I no longer have to do that, because now I can say, eat this food, not that. Eat this soup, not that. So that, for me, is amazing, and it's truly going to change the way Americans feel. It's going to change the way Americans look, and it's going to change the way we do business with our clients now. And they're going to love us more for it, because we can truly now change the way they feel almost overnight. Because some of the testimonies that I get after some of my clients have been on this food, I have changed this one lady who had Lyme disease, literally, and she said, you know, this is nothing, this is just a miracle. And I would say to her, no, this is just nutrition. This is our basic right. Our basic right is to have good nutrition. So we're going to talk more about this when we come back. I just think that, you know, it's just so profound, and I know it's almost time for a break, but and I think what we need to do is we need to discuss when we come back how we can help someone out there that's really starving, literally starving for nutrition in their bodies. So let's talk about it when we get back.
Come down, selector. To Sheer Alchemy with Leslie Fontaine on TransformationTalkRadio.com, and get ready to stir up your passions, remove your blocks, and shift into an entirely new existence. Speaker, teacher, channel, clairvoyant, Leslie Fontaine is a transformation catalyst who channels a powerful energy from source to catapult listeners into living the life they were born to live. Whether it's shifting from scarcity to abundance, from emotional pain into joy, or from illness into health, Leslie will help you step into the true essence and power of all that you are with the help of the Ascended Masters and Archangels. You will not be the same. Visit TransformationTalkRadio.com for show dates and times, and LeslieFontaine.com to say yes to explosive abundance.
Naturopathic doctor, founder of the Martha's Vineyard Holistic Retreat, and author of the New York Times bestseller 21 Pounds in 21 Days, Dr. Roni DeLuce has helped tens of thousands of people, including celebrities and athletes, with her message of lifestyle change. Now Dr. Roni DeLuce wants to help you. You too can be saved. Email Dr. Roni DeLuce at info@RoniDeLuceOnRadio.com and visit mtheholisticretreat.com. Dr. Roni DeLuce, your partner in wellness.
Tune in to Prescience Life Radio with host Mia Simone. Mia is devoted to sharing her extensive knowledge on the invisible worlds of energy. Join Mia and discover the science of intuition and connect with your greatest gift. Start living in your potential today and every day by opening up to the power of inner knowledge. To learn more about Mia, visit presciencelife.com.
Wondering how to play the game of life and actually win? Stop wondering and start willing the game of life with the unique and incomparable Lynn Brown. As an intuitive healer and experienced business manager, Lynn can help you live your life to its full potential. To learn more about Lynn, visit ruintuit.com. That's the letter R, letter U, intuit.com.
Hold on, selector.
And we are back with Miracles of Holistic Health and Wellness with your wonderful host, Dr. Roni, and I, your co-host, Dr. McCabe. And this is part 2 of 43 essential nutrients, or we can just say this is the essential nutrient programming. So what we've been talking about last week and this week is what are essential nutrients, how important they are, and how do you get them. So I think everyone out there understands that what essential nutrients means is just that. They are essential for life, and particularly for proper organ functioning. And without them, you will be diseased. And unfortunately, most of us here in the U.S. are lacking essential nutrients, which is and as a direct result, we are suffering many chronic diseases, which could be reversed and very much prevented through having the proper essential nutrients. So Dr. Roni was sharing with us before we went on break, and I'd love to do an overview for everybody, and we're getting some texts in, so we will address those texts also. Dr. Roni was sharing with us wonderful ways to prepare these foods that we found that have the 43 essential nutrients. So I just want to give a little value to this and give a few recipes that I have been giving to my family, and it's such a wonderful thing. And I want to recap something else you said, Dr. Roni. Dr. Roni was sharing that at one time, you know that she is one of the foremost professional naturopaths here in the U.S. and in the world for that matter. And I, like her, as she was saying, used to have to give people literally a handful of pills. And of course, because we are naturopaths, most of these were vitamin pills. They may have been essential fatty acid capsules and vitamin D and calcium. And this was completely necessary because the foods that we have today do not have the essential nutrients that they used to have. This is a fact. Even if they're organic, they are devoid of at least 40% of the nutrition that they once had 100 years ago. So but with these foods, it's just so wonderful, and I'm so thankful that I am a friend of yours, Dr. Roni, and a business partner, that you've introduced me to these foods that we're now eating, giving our families and giving our clients, where we don't have to give people this handful of pills. So I know one recipe. You were speaking of the oatmeal. Well, I know one recipe that I absolutely love, and I do remember that your sister Jamie did it, and I went home myself and I said, let me try it. And it's with the oatmeal that has the 43 essential nutrients in them, and you can make cookies from it. So what I used is a no gluten flour, and it was completely unprocessed, no gluten flour. Added it with the oatmeal. I used some agave and I use the egg replacer, but you can also use an egg and mix it all together. You can use butter, but I also found out that you can use any type of extra virgin oil also works. Mixed it together as you would any cookie, pressed it, put it on my cookie sheet and baked it. It's absolutely delicious. So my children had this delicious cookie that was made from this oatmeal with 43 essential nutrients. So I love to, as you said, give value. And I know we have a lot of mothers out there or people who just want to try these things on their own. But I'm really excited about the opportunity to be able to have these foods where we can just eat them and not have to take a handful of pills. Because one thing's for sure, we have to have these essential nutrients in order to live a healthy and vital life. So, Dr. Roni, I know that you have some texts coming in and wanted to add.
Yeah, and I wanted to just mention, because, people, I think when people hear you say oatmeal cookies, I want them to really understand what these oatmeal cookies have in it. If you just take a package of oatmeal, just one package of oatmeal, and I'm not talking about Quaker Oats, I'm talking about Yavo oatmeal, I'm talking about the oatmeal that had 43 essential nutrients in it. This is what you're going to get from that one package. You're going to get 50% of your RDA vitamin A, 50% of your RDA calcium, 50% of your RDA vitamin D, vitamin K, riboflavin, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, pantothenic acid, your iodine, your zinc, copper, your chromium, your vitamin C, your vitamin E. I mean, I can go on. Your magnesium, your selenium, manganese. Guys, these are vitamins and minerals that are called essential, which means your body cannot live without it. 26 grams of protein is in one package. Not only that, 1 gram of omega-3, 1 gram of omega-6, and your essential amino acids. And you know what? When I eat these foods, I know that it's working because there's nothing else that I have done different in my life besides add these particular foods. And we can have an earthquake or the building can fall down. Anything can happen that's a crisis, and I will be calm, calmer than a cucumber. I'm not kidding you. I don't have stress. And I deal with really serious whole body diseases. Right now, I'm dealing with 4 people with stage 4 cancer. I've got autoimmune clients. I've got clients that anytime they can have a heart stroke or just kind of a brain stroke. I mean, these are things that I deal with each and every single day when I wake up. And I have to tell you, at my age, I can handle it pretty darn good. And I know for a fact that the Yavo foods, the 43 essential nutrients, is one of the reasons why I can handle all the things I can in my day. And I haven't even begun to talk to you about what stress my family brings to me, and my son who's in college, and my granddaughter who has a heart condition. So all of these things, if you want to know why you out there can't handle some of the things that you're going through on a daily basis, you need to consider that your body just not getting enough nutrients. Neurologically, you need more vitamin Bs. You need to be able to have more magnesium so your nervous system can be calm. Give Dr. McCabe a call. She will give you a free consultation, guaranteed. That is our life. Our life is all about helping you to become a better person and increase your health and well-being. Dr. McCabe, I've always admired one thing about you, many things about you, but the one thing about you is your passion for helping people. No matter whether it's on Martha's Vineyard, or whether you're going to Chicago, or whether you're in Providence, or now we're talking about going to Saudi Arabia. And never once have you ever said, well, how much are we going to get? It's always about how many people can we help. And that's why I adore being with you, and why I enjoy working with you, and why this radio show means so much, because we reach a lot of people. And, the easiest way to reach the masses is through media like this, besides the fact that we do write a lot of articles. But I want people to know that there's nothing more important in a day than what you put in your body. And every single day, every single thing that you put in your body, you must ask yourself this one question: what is it going to do for me today? If you can't answer that question, then perhaps you need to do a little bit more research, because if you feel like the sugar that you're eating is doing something for your body, you need to reconsider that. Sugar decreases your immune system. But if you're telling me that you're eating quality complex carbohydrates, then that's different than from simple sugars. But if you also telling me you got a little bit higher grade and you're now considering all the essential nutrients in your diet, then I think that that's when your body starts working for you, because the body always strives to be in homeostasis. It always strives to be in balance. It's what we do to our bodies that bring it out of balance. Do you agree with that?
I absolutely agree, Dr. Roni, and I know that we'll discuss this a little further as soon as we come back from our break.
Well, I would like to talk to you a little bit more when we come back from our break, some of the other foods that we're excited about. And I hate for this show to be all about food, but let's face it, it's important. I want to know what foods we are now going to implement in our diet, some of those foods that are new, that just came on the market, that have 43 essential nutrients. And by the end of this year, I know we're going to get more foods. So right now, we're excited about the foods that we do have. More when we come back.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along.
Naturopathic doctor, founder of the Martha's Vineyard Holistic Retreat, and author of the New York Times bestseller 21 Pounds in 21 Days, Dr. Roni DeLuce has helped tens of thousands of people, including celebrities and athletes, with her message of lifestyle change. Now Dr. Roni DeLuce wants to help you. You too can be saved. Email Dr. Roni DeLuce at info@RoniDeLuceOnRadio.com and visit mtheholisticretreat.com. Dr. Roni DeLuce, your partner in wellness.
Tune in to Lucid Planet Radio with Dr. Kelly Neff. This hit show will illuminate your senses and empower you beyond your daily stressors and hardships. Renowned psychologist and author Dr. Kelly will captivate you with far-reaching topics and amazing guests as you wake to the greatest version of yourself. Learn to tap into your intuitions, think critically about our world, heal emotional and psychological wounds, and follow your passions to live your dreams. The Lucid Planet. Welcome home. Visit lucidplanetradio.com for more information. Are you feeling broken from your relationships? Are you second-guessing yourself about friends, family, and lovers? Tune in to the hit show that's creating a buzz in the love-seeking community. Love Seeker Radio, finding love for your authentic self with renowned love coach Heather Lynn. Tired of dissatisfying relationships? Kiss them goodbye and power up your love seeker energy. Coach Heather Lynn reminds you that you can just be you, the beautiful and perfect you. Visit heatherlynncoaching.com to learn more.
Do you want the freedom to spend more time with your loved ones? Travel the world? Live spontaneously? Get ready, because the Chip Justice Show is here. Hosts Dr. Pat Basile and Chip Justice can help you build meaningful success while embracing life. Living a life you love is the end game in this new, inspirational, and empowering show. Positive changes for a life you'll love. Tune in every month on TransformationTalkRadio.com and visit PositiveChangeInstitute.co for more information.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break.
And we are back with Miracles of Holistic Health and Wellness. I am your guest host, Dr. McCabe Mooring, and your regular host is Dr. Roni DeLuce. And we are talking about the importance of essential nutrients in your diet. I like to say in your nutritional plan. And we've been talking about these essential nutrients that we get from the JVO foods, and we're just so excited that finally a company has done something where we don't have to take all of these extra vitamin supplements. But one thing's for sure, if you do not get enough essential nutrients in your regular dietary plan, you will be malnourished, and as a result, you will suffer chronic illness. And that's not how we want to live. We all want to live vital, happy lives, and maybe here and there we will experience some acute symptoms. But I am a true believer as a naturopathic doctor, and I'm sure Dr. Roni as well, our host, that chronic illness is completely unnatural, and it's directly caused to improper nutrition and, for the most part, not enough nutrition. So this conversation is vitally important, vitally important. We gave away a couple of recipes, and we want to give you guys more. I want to stop because we do have some texts coming in and offer you something else, because there's so many people out there that just come to me and they say, Dr. McCabe, and they come all the way to Martha's Vineyard to Dr. Roni's retreat and say, Dr. Roni, help me. Help me. Why am I sick? I've tried everything. They're on all type of medications, and the quality of life is very poor. So we are dedicated. We have dedicated our lives. This is our profession because we have a passion for it. We have a passion for helping people live out their years in the most healthy, vital way possible. That is truly our passion. So I want to give out my telephone number, and Dr. Roni is going to give you some added value. So anyone who calls and mentions that they listen to Miracles of Holistic Health and Wellness, that's the only thing you have to say. I will give you a free 10-day detox, and I will also guide you in how you can get these foods, where you can just eat these foods. And I'm here to tell you, I've been doing it for myself and for my children, and I know many, many others who have began on these JVO foods, and simple symptoms like morning headaches, or feeling lethargic and not having enough energy, even stomach problems, just because they're eating the foods, have been reversed. We understand this because nutrition is the number one key to your health. You are literally what you eat, and if you don't eat it, your body's going to be deficient. So take your pens and papers out. This is the number: 314-398-8676. Call and get your free detox and learn how to get these essential nutrients. I know, Dr. Roni, you've been getting some text in, and you are the chronic illness specialist, and it's just miraculous to see that all along it's just nutrition. And I'm watching you give your client these JVO foods who have chronic degenerative illnesses, and I'm watching the life literally come back into them. This is absolutely amazing. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to do a special Lyme session on the radio, and we're going to get our friend back, Katina. I can't remember her last name, but I loved her, and Dr. Enid Holler, and we're going to do some Lyme work because, you know, on Martha's Vineyard, in case you don't know, we have a lot of Lyme disease cases, and it's growing all over the country. But because we're a small island with a lot of celebrities and the president comes here, it just seems like everything that happens here just seems like it's an epidemic. But proportionately, it's not. It's just that we're a small island and we get a lot of press. And I happen to be I happen to be a Lyme literate naturopathic doctor, so I get a lot of people contacting me. And so when you see some of these clients that I put on the food, the first thing is they come so debilitated in the beginning. And the one thing that I always say to all my clients is that you first have to be in a condition to help me to help you. And if I can get the pain to go away, and if I can get your energy up, and if I can get you smiling again, would you help me to help you? And they say, of course. But they have no idea what that means until it happens, because when the lights are out, or when you're so low, or so depressed, or so sick, you really don't know what that means. And then one day, you come walking in my retreat, smiling, hopping, skipping, and jumping, and just crying and jumping for joy is because the lights are now back on. It means the pain is now down. It means your focus is better, your energy is better, and you are now ready to fight for your life. To me, that's not a miracle. To me, that's just giving your body what it needs so that it can work for you. And that's what I'm good at. I'm good at giving your body what it needs so that it can work for you. And I know this one lady, she's dying for me to answer her question. And, you know, I'm not by no means a culinary expert or a cook. I'm a scientist in my head. And I know how to control chronic illness, and I know how to get people's health back on board. But sometimes I do know how to do it with food, so I'm going to answer her question, and I want her to be able to fix this protein shake for her entire family. She has 3 kids, and she lost her dog due to Lyme. 3 kids have Lyme, and she also has Lyme disease. So I want her to know that the first thing that she wants to do is call me so that I can give her your contact information. And at the end of the show, I want you to give your contact information again. But I want her to know that if she can make what's called something very delicious, and it's called a pumpkin oatmeal protein shake. Pumpkin oatmeal protein shake. So here it is. You want to take 2 sweet potatoes, cook 2 sweet potatoes, and you want to cook 2 large carrots, and you want to have 2 garlic cloves, and you want to have like a teaspoon or a tablespoon, if you like it really sweet, of stevia, and you want to have some pumpkin pie spice, maybe a half a teaspoon. And then you want to have 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. Now here's the really good stuff that you're going to put in. And you're going to mix that all together with a half a cup of your Yavo oatmeal, because it's already delicious all by itself. And you're going to put them all together in a blender with either your almond milk or your vanilla rice dream, if you really like it really, really sweet, with some ice, and you got the best tasting pudding or protein shake in the world. I'm not kidding you. It is a delicious dessert, or it's the best protein and by far the most nutritious protein shake you've ever had. And every child will love it. Every kid would love that and would want more of it. And that was my experiment with the protein shakes, the oatmeal Yavo protein shake. Pumpkin protein. So do you have a recipe you like to share? I mean, I know that I can stay on all day and talk about different recipes, but I just wanted to help this young lady who have 3 young kids who she feels like need to have something very nutritious, but at the same time tastes good.
That sounds so delicious. I mean, my mouth is watering. As soon as this show is over, I'm going to go make me one. I have my Yavo oats, and I said, okay, the pumpkin spice, I think I have all of those ingredients. And it's just so wonderful because after one drink, I feel wonderful with anything that I do with any of these products, and I particularly like the oats. So I am personally excited about that. And, I just want to talk about a little bit about the technology of it, because I do have a text that came in and asked, well, what is the difference between just getting a regular oat and getting the Yavo oats? And I want to make it clear that, yes, Yavo oats are pure oats, but they have infused within them from food sources 43 essential nutrients. Again, essential meaning vital for life, vital for optimum organ functioning. And again, I want to specify that without that, even if the food is grown organically, it is massively devoid. I was watching a documentary just yesterday, and there's tons of scientific proof that almost all of our food, even grown in the best state, is 40% devoid of the nutrients that it once had in it. And that's on the lower end. Some of the foods are much more devoid than that. So it's essential right now that this day and time that we have foods that are infused with these nutrients, and it's also best to have it in the food form. That way the body can utilize it the best, and you can have it every day. So that's why we are promoting these YAVO foods, and there are 101 ways and probably 1,001 ways that you can make it taste good. And I also know that when we get these foods, I've been looking online for recipes, but the company and also us, we give different suggestions of different recipes. It's like you would be using anything else. I know that I tried the hot rice cereal, Dr. Roni, and it was absolutely delicious. One of my sons likes grits quite a bit, and he said that he liked the rice cereal even better. And I said, well, you can have that every day. He plays football. He already gets good grades, and now he's going to have even more energy. So I, as a mother, feel very comfortable that I can give him this YAVO rice cereal and know that he's getting the essential nutrients, because he's very active. And I know, as a naturopathic doctor of more than 2 decades, that if you don't, within a very early period of time, by the time he gets in his mid-30s, he could be suffering from chronic illness. That's because he would have used the body and not been replacing it. So we know all too well the necessity of this. And I'm just so happy that the public now is saying, hey, we want to be healthy. Give us foods in a simple form that show us how to be healthy. So
when we come back, I want you to give some value. And I want you to tell everyone your phone number, how to contact you, so you can help them get on a great program when we come back.
And aim for my heart. If you feel like it, take me away and make it okay. I swear I'll behave.
Chris Stanis is a spiritual leader and healer and teaches a course on how you can transform your life through a meditation and healing system that will manifest your spirit's dreams. She manifested the Women of Wisdom Conference, the Women of Wisdom book, and this radio show. And she can show you how to change your life too. Are you ready? Visit the website and contact her at voicesofwomentoday.com. That's voicesofwomentoday.com.
If you're one of the millions of Americans suffering from anxiety, you probably know how powerless and out of control this emotion can make you feel. This is why it is so important to remember that anxiety is created by your mind, which means that you can learn to use your mind to uncreate it. Hello, my name is Dr. Friedman Schaub. My award-winning book, The Fear and Anxiety Solution, provides you with a step-by-step breakthrough process to understand and resolve the root causes of your anxiety and build a solid foundation of confidence and inner peace. If you are ready to take your power back, visit thefearandanxietysolution.com. That's thefearandanxietysolution.com, or call 866-903-6463. That's 866-903-MIND.
Naturopathic doctor, founder of the Martha's Vineyard Holistic Retreat, and author of the New York Times bestseller 21 Pounds in 21 Days, Dr. Roni DeLuce has helped tens of thousands of people, including celebrities and athletes, with her message of lifestyle change. Now Dr. Roni DeLuce wants to help you. You too can be saved. Email Dr. Roni DeLuce at info@RoniDeLuceOnRadio.com and visit mtheholisticretreat.com. Dr. Roni DeLuce, your partner in wellness.
Sky Siegel co-hosts one of today's most popular psychic shows, Angels and Answers, with Artie Hoffman, as she communicates healing messages from the spirit world. These messages can be astounding, enlightening, and life-changing. Born with the God-given talent of inner guidance and the amazing ability to heal, Sky has healed thousands of people. Schedule a reading with Sky now. Call 908-500-1474 and visit skyofangels.com.
Hello, we are back again. We've been talking about 43 essential nutrients and how to improve your life. And what are the signs of being nutritionally deficient? And why is it that our foods are devoid of nutrition, and how we can help ourselves feel better? You know, how fast your body might heal itself of disease depends on how well you give your body the nutrients that it needs so that it can heal itself of disease. How much younger you may want to look depends on how much nutrition you give your body so that it can concentrate on looking better. How much energy you need for your body depends on the nutrients that you give your body so that it can have the nutrients. None of this have to do with just being natural. All of it has to do with the body being able to generate good vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, phytonutrients, essential fatty acids, proteins, carbs. And the quality of what we eat depends on how we feel. If you give your body junk, you're going to feel like junk. If you give your body good quality food, you're going to feel great. It is just that simple. The concept is simple, but never before has it been this easy. It was an easy concept, but it wasn't easy to do. The reason why it wasn't easy to do is because our food was devoid of nutrition. I don't care how many times your doctor told you, or your mother, or your teacher, or your loved one said to you, you must eat better food. And then we thought about that, and you go, well, I am eating good food. How many clients did I have come to the retreat and say, I don't know why I'm sick, I eat good food? And then I will look at them and say, well, I'm really sorry to say, but you don't eat good food. But if you do eat good food, I'd like to know what food you're eating, because I've been striving for years to eat good food. And sadly to say, that we did the best we could, but it wasn't good enough, was it? It wasn't good enough. Now we're at a point in our lives where we have so much knowledge, and we have in our disposal a really good company that is infusing the nutrients in our food. We were always eating at that third bottom level. I mean, I haven't eaten at the bottom level for many years. There's really, I remember when I wrote my first book, I wrote about 3 levels of food, and the bottom level being food that had high sugar, high salt, high chemicals, low in fiber, low in nutrients. That's toxic, bad food. And it saddens me to have to mention that a huge American farm corporations apply approximately 1 billion pounds of pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, and fungicides, and rodents in our food supply. I mean, it should not be alarming to you today for me to say that, because most naturopaths are talking like this today. I mean, when I used to say this 15 years ago, people looked at me like I had 2 heads. Today, they now know this to be true. The second level of food is what I call, live organic food. That's most of us. We are really, really trying hard. Dr. McCabe, I see how you eat. I see how you feed your kids. I hear you talking to your clients. I know we are telling our clients the best, to eat good, organic, live food. But I'm here to tell you that even that's not enough. That's the second level of food, guys. Live, organic, good food. It's not enough. I'm here to tell you it's not enough. It takes 25 cups of greens to get the same nutrients that my grandmother got in 1955. A shocking fact in the United States. We've lost 75% of its topsoil, which means that our soil don't have what it takes to give us good quality food. So what am I saying here? What I'm saying here, Dr. McCabe, we are no longer at that point in our lives where we can say that it's a luxury to eat good. We have no choice but to learn what we are teaching the public. We have no choice but for them to learn that if you don't eat at the first level, and that first level, which is, I wrote a book about it, I'm writing another book about it, it's called Maximum Nutrition. And now we have the opportunity to have maximum nutrition in small dosages. And I'm saying small dosages because if we don't take small dosages and take a look at our food and say, I am looking at this bowl of oatmeal. I am looking at this bowl of soup. I am looking at this bowl of rice. And within this one bowl, I have 43 essential nutrients, omega-3, omega-6, 26 grams of protein, all in this one bowl. That's what I'm talking about when I say maximum nutrition in a small dosage. So that first level of food have a lot to do with what's going on right now. You and I and many others have the opportunity now to teach our clients and our loved ones what it means, truly what it means to eat at that first level.
Dr. Roni, this is really so significant what you said, because the education that you gave is worth more than it's priceless. And the reason it's priceless is because if the most valuable thing in life is having life itself, it is life-giving. We are not in a climate. The complete earth has not just changed in technology, but it has changed its soil, its actual existence. And with the good, I think comes the bad. And unfortunately, one of the worst things that has happened is that the quality of our food has been practically destroyed. Now, who knew? We needed our food to sustain a vital, healthy existence. So this is essential that everyone out there gets this. What Dr. Roni stated is completely true, and she is the expert of experts. It takes 25 cups of greens to equal what our grandmothers was getting when they grew in their garden, 1 cup of greens. So it is literally impossible without having extra essential nutrients added to the food to get adequate amounts. And you still have to follow the proper dietary laws. So it is our pleasure, and it is also vital to our human existence that we make sure we are getting these essential nutrients, or else we will continue to have an epidemic of chronic illness unlike ever seen before. But the thing is, all of these things are completely reversible and are a direct result of improper nutrition or not enough nutrition. So I just love the fact that Dr. Roni, one of the foremost naturopathic doctors in the world, and I know you have a lot of other things to do, but you have such a passionate love for educating people. And we're not just educating them, but you're giving them value. Now we have foods that we can give you that have these essential, vital nutrients. And in the end, it will not only save you tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars, but it will literally save your life and improve the quality of your life. So these essential nutrients are necessary in learning how to make delicious meals. And Yevo products make it very easy because they're very, very good. So I'm going to give out my telephone number one more time. You can give me a call. I will give you a free detox program if you mention Miracles of Holistic Health and Wellness and that you listen to the show, and also direct you to these wonderful Yevo foods that are infused with 43 essential nutrients. This is the basis of all healing. This is the basis of true vitality, getting enough nutrients in your body. So once again, my contact information, give me a call at 314-398-8676, or you can email me at drdra.makeba, M-A-K-E-B-A, @gmail.com, and it will be my pleasure to help detoxify you and then make sure we infuse you with these essential nutrients. And you'll speak for yourself. Dr. Roni, you've been a professional for 25 years, and it is such an honor to be a friend and associate and business partner of yours, to come to this vineyard and see people come to you from all over the world just to get this information and be up under your care. And I'm watching you give them these Yevo foods with these 43 essential nutrients. So this is serious stuff, and we're giving this to you for free over the radio waves, and it is our pleasure. Thank you so much, Dr. Roni, for having me as a regular guest host. And I'm just so passionate like you about helping to share life in the keys, because that's what we all want. We all just want to be healthy and experience this journey in the best way that we can. And having these essential nutrients is a major key.
Thank you for listening to Dr. Roni, Miracles of Holistic Health and Wellness. Tune in every Friday, 3 p.m. for more exciting guests and surprising stories. Visit her website at drroniholistichealth.com. Skype her at ronnie.deluz. Tweet at twitter.com Dr. Roni. Or call and leave a text at 774-208-2477.